Hello and welcome to episode 45 of the Throwback podcast. I'm Mark from the Throwback store. I'm here with Ginger Shaq.
What is good, Mr. Murray?
How is tricks? How's life? How's it going?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Got a bit too much last week. Obviously, we missed the pod last week. I was super drunk, not gonna lie, and I slept through. So I do apologise to everybody out there. We're on a tight schedule, and I did not meet said schedule last week. It got a bit crazy out there.
I'm gonna start calling you Ben Simmons because you're full of fucking excuses for not performing.
Yeah, and you never turn up.
But no, I'm all good. Obviously, we are Jersey connoisseurs.
Yes.
We love a jersey, but we'll get on to that because we need to talk about the elephant in the room.
That's why
we decided to record this pod today.
That was your decision as well. That wasn't even my decision.
But I done it for our viewers because I'm nice like that. But we are recording this on Guy Fawkes Day.
Yes. So it's going to be out tonight. This will be put out
tonight.
Yeah. So,
and the Bulls lost to the Sixers.
Yeah.
Which last year wasn't a talking point and wasn't a conversation because we just lost fucking everyone.
Start trying to fill this week.
Now we have. Will you let me finish? You whiny, pissed up little bitch. But now we've come up against a superior team in the Philadelphia 76ers, and we didn't do too bad.
No.
Is what I'll go with. I'm not going to say that Joel Embiid's a cheating ass little bitch because that would be petty. So I'm not going to say that.
Because he isn't. And
he's not, no.
And so the Bulls hype.
What kind of English was that? So
the Bulls hype has kind of been building, and people have, and we've said this before on the podcast, we are a prisoner of the moment a lot of the time. And the Bulls went on a bit of a run. They won a few games. And then you start to believe, of course you do, because you've not had it for so long. You've not had that kind of run of winning. It was like me last season. Like, you just get caught up in it and you're like, we're going to win it all. Like, we've actually got a chance here. We look like a good, solid, rounded team. I think where the problems came the other day is that you're not big enough. I don't think the Bulls are big enough. I don't think anybody's big enough to guard Embiid, but I just don't think you're big enough. I think that like Levine, DeRozan, Lonzo, Caruso are all small, really, in comparison to a lot of the Sixers players. But what I will say is we didn't even have a full team. We didn't have Tobias Harris. We didn't have Danny Green. Obviously, we didn't have Ben Simmons. And we're still racking up them W's. Won again last night against the Pistons, which is neither here nor there. And then you again tonight. Am I right? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So on the next podcast, we might be 1-on-1. Anything can change. You know what it's like, the NBA.
I mean, I'd hope so, because
it wasn't a blowout, that game.
No, and I think
competitive game.
And obviously, in between, us recording the last pod, I think I've been quite Bull-centric. So I've been really, I've done the No Bull podcast with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Which is never going to be a negative podcast because it's two Bulls fans talking about the Bulls. And then I was fortunate enough to be asked to go on the NBA Europe YouTube and record a segment on the Bulls with our very own Mr. Mo Muncy. So, I just spent a long time talking about the Bulls, and then we kind of came to a bit of a halt when we lost to the I'm not even going to say the name. The Sticks. But even that was a close game, and I was saying before that how long ago are the times where we talk about the Bulls and the Knicks being a good game?
I know.
You know, and as a Bulls fan, it's just nice to have games where you're not automatically assuming. Like I said to you before, like waking up to a victory was a delight.
Yeah.
Whereas now I actually feel the sadness of waking up to a loss. Okay, like there's certain games in the season I don't want to lose against certain teams. I don't want to lose against the Celtics because they don't shut the fuck up. I don't want to lose against the Magic because they don't shut the fuck up. I don't want to lose against the Sixers because at varying points of the day in my week, I have to have conversations with Philly fans, whether it be you or with Shugs.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a nice one in an ideal scenario. Like if all things had kind of penned together, I can't see there being long before we do a live podcast watching along the Sixers and Bulls, you know.
I think
and for anyone that joined our fight companion for UFC last year, they'll know that's a bit mental.
That definitely got mental for that fight companion.
But it's just nice to like you are right, like the Bulls aren't big enough. And it kind of reacquainted the fact that it's the first time we've come up against the dominant big man. Yeah. And I know that sounds ridiculous because we beat the Jazz and they've got Rudy Gobert, who's that multiple time defensive player of the year. But if Rudy Gobert's the only big guy on the court, that's all right. You know, Vooch can kind of keep an eye on him. But as you sort of said, we've got quite small guards in Lonzo and Levine. And even DeMar DeRozan is not a big, small forward. So,
no.
I'm looking forward to the second game. I'm hoping maybe Billy Donovan's had a word. And
yeah, Billy Donovan makes adjustments as well, which is...
You know what I mean? So hopefully going into game 2, it'll be a little bit more of a, you know, okay, right, this is where, you know, we're going to play more minutes. We're going to play bigger ball. We're going to play a bit more bully ball. Like, you're going to get less minutes, Lonzo. You know, we're going to have, you know, somebody like Troy Brown in there is just going to be a little bit bigger and that kind of thing. But no, it's nice to enjoy the competitive nature of a Bulls game with one of my fellow brothers. Shout out Rich Barrett, who was a whiny little asshole because the Bulls beat the Celtics.
Oh, yeah. Celtics beat the Heat last night, didn't they?
They did. No, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, like, the East is fun. We're enjoying it. It's entertaining. You obviously beat us on Wednesday, and you were wearing your Spectrum jerseys. Look at that as a segue. Segue!
You're getting good at these segues. How have we gone from being terrible to being top of the East anyway, without Ben Simmons? Mad.
Because it's almost as if he wasn't that important.
Let's not say that. I love Ben. Obviously not at the moment. He's a little whiny bitch like Rich Barrett. But it is what it is.
But no, so right, let's talk about it because we're at that time of the year where we bloody love it. We get to talk about jerseys.
New jerseys. And like
jerseys, mixtape jerseys. First off the bat, fuck you, Utah Jazz, and fuck you, Phoenix Suns. Yeah. They're beautiful jerseys, but you're boring as shit. So
I'd have liked to have seen something new from those two.
We'll go with that.
Well, I'll start with the Sixers, and then you can talk Bulls, and then we can talk about what other ones we like. I do like the Sixers one. I'd have preferred it in white. That's the only thing. I think it'd have looked better in white. But what I will say is it would go great with this hat. There's red, there's blue.
And where did you get that hat from, Mark?
There's green. This hat was gifted to me by Shugs. The hat is there's only 2 in existence. I'm assuming he kept one for himself. And he made me one. I'll put it up to the camera. Bit of a Sixers vibe with the snake and the green release logo. And yeah, he just come through the post. And shout out to Shugs, like I massively appreciate it. Obviously, you've got your green release hat on. But yeah, it's always nice having a little bit of a rare item, I'll say. Like there's only 2 in existence, so I'm happy that he thought of me and sent one through. So yeah, and I think the Spectrum jersey matches that blue. So if I can get an authentic, I will. I don't think they're going to make them, but if they do, I'll be on that. So I do actually like it, but like I say, I'd have probably preferred it in white.
Okay, I'm a big fan of it. I think you've vaguely missed quite a lot with your jerseys recently.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about the boathouse skyline bollocks that you done last year, how that was teased as the second coming of the, and all this. It's not the best one. It's not the best City jersey.
No.
But I'd put it in a solid top 10.
Yeah.
Obviously, for me, for the Bulls, I'd seen all of the leaked versions. And I was big on it because I am generally quite big on this scripture, just the Chicago scripture. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
I'd have liked to have seen that last year in gold on that black jersey. I think that would have looked good. But I feel like they've just, like, in all honesty, they've kind of smashed it out the park.
I think they have. I
think it's generally quite an iconic jersey. One of the good things is that there's more interest and more investment gone into the shorts with a lot of teams. So with the Bulls, the diamond on the side on the shorts has actually got the pinstripes reminiscent of 96. So the Last Dance. So as close as they can go to having that jersey, they have. I'm happy as a Bulls fan. I will say that another team who have missed the mark again, and this isn't a bash on them, is the Celtics.
Why is that? Why did they miss the mark? I'm struggling to see what they did.
Well, obviously the mixtape jersey. I mean, to be fair to them, they're limited. They are limited, Mark, because the mixtape jersey is about the personification of all of the jerseys you've had through the history of your franchise.
All in one.
Your franchise has had just green and white jerseys saying Celtics. All you can really do is I feel like the Celtics are becoming the Liverpool of the NBA in terms of everyone mocked Liverpool for talking about history. Well, we've won this and we've won that, and now every single Boston jersey is about how they used to be amazing. So let's put all of our title numbers at the bottom and our retired jersey numbers. Now, I know the Bulls have done the same, so I'm ready for the flack. Let people crack on. But that's a smart decision because we had MJ and we had a fucking dynasty and it's in people's head because of the Last Dance. So,
fuck off.
And on the shorts, they've got red for Red Auerbach.
Yeah.
It might be a really nice jersey in person. I didn't like the leaked images. I don't think I've seen one Celtics fan say I like it. Anybody that now says they like it is still full of shit because it's not nice. It doesn't even look better on player, which is always another personification of how good a jersey is. So the Celtics are a massive miss for me. One that low-key just looks like the MVP jerseys from a couple of years ago. Sure, they had the white jerseys and the black jerseys. Like, just with it, that's the OKC jersey.
Yeah, that is the OKC jersey.
The Clippers, for me, have smashed out the park. They've gone OG Lob City writing with a little bit of a throwback to the color scheme.
Yeah, light blue. Yeah.
and they've got the the orange in there to kind of rectify the buffalo. Yeah. So I like that. The Timberwolves.
Oh, I like the Timberwolves,
but their jersey's fire. So
yeah, I like what they've done. But again, it's a bit of a funny one, isn't it? Like Denver. I like Denver. I like the writing that they've used. Like, I like that, but I don't know. Something just doesn't sit right with me. I've got them up here in front of me.
I think the Spurs one for me is they've just basically gone.
Let's just do
Miami done the Vice jerseys.
Yeah, let's see.
And they just changed the colours, and people still bought it.
So what are you got?
Let's just do a white Fiesta.
What's your top 5 then? In no particular order.
Top 5 in no particular order. Categorically, I've got the Clippers in there.
Yeah.
I've got Golden State.
Oh, do you like the black Golden State?
I like the black.
With the lightning down the sides.
Yes. Obviously the Bulls.
Yeah.
That's got to be in there. I don't rate, oddly, and this is controversial, I don't like the Raptors.
I don't like the Raptors either.
The Raptors jersey looks like a fake off DH-gate.
It does. Do you know that jersey, right? Do you know that jersey's been going round DH-gate for years? Oh, that design.
I don't like the other one I do like, and I don't think it gets enough hype, is the Hawks.
Yeah, I love the Hawks jersey. I think the Hawks jersey.
I like the Hawks jersey as well. I'm a big fan of I never thought I'd say this, but the Pacers.
I love the Pacers. I love the Pacers jersey.
But I'm looking at them all now, and I like the Nets and I like the Hornets.
Yeah.
Like if I had like a ridiculous bank account, I'd be buying the Pacers, the Hawks, the Grizzlies, maybe even the Rockets, the Bulls.
Wait there, where's the Grizzlies here? Why can't I see the Grizzlies on there? Oh yeah, I can. Yeah.
The Wolves, the Clippers, and another one that goes under the radar is the Washington one.
Yeah, I like the Washington one.
It's just simple and clean. Like I like the horizontal stripe. It's reminiscent of obviously the Bullets days.
Yeah.
It's as close to what they could do for a throwback as they can, without offending gun-toting America.
Yeah, I agree. My top 5 is, we've not talked about the Charlotte one, which is quite cool with the honeycomb thing. But then Elliot was telling everybody that Hornets don't produce honey.
They don't,
but they still make honey
in a hive.
Yeah. So he was wrong. Moving forward, my top 5, I'm going with the Hawks, the Pacers, the Wolves, the Nuggets, and I'll throw the Sixers in there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Pacers, Hawks, Nuggets, Wolves, Sixers are my top 5. They'll fire up anyway, so you can see them all, see what we're talking about. You probably won't see our faces for all this segment because I'll just leave the jerseys up there so you can kind of see what we're talking about at the time.
I think like it's been a good run. If you had to put wall to wall the designers of these City jerseys against the designers of the WNBA jerseys, the WNBA jerseys have trounced it, quite frankly. Part of me was thinking the other day how much I'd enjoy seeing a WNBA crossover jersey.
Yeah.
So I know some teams you can't, but the Bulls to come out with like a Bulls jersey, but in the sky colorway, and the Sky to have a Sky jersey in a Bulls colorway, probably be pretty cool. I know for a lot of teams it's similar colors, so it's not really going to work, like the Sparks and and obviously depending when Toronto now get the WNBA team, Drizzy Drake has spoken.
Yeah, they
And
definitely
he
will.
speaks everything into existence, like being the second best rapper behind Gary Barlow.
Yes, Gary Barlow is a good.
But while we're talking about jerseys, I was excited the other day because I seen a jersey and I was like, oh, I know who's going to love this jersey. So it was a quick shared it, screenshotted it, pinged it to me old Sixers pals. And I thought, Mark's going to love this. And you didn't.
No, I told you to get. I actually wrote like in 3 separate messages, get in the bin. That's what
and it is a Bleacher Report Iverson celebration jersey made by Mark's stockist Mitchell and Ness.
Yes. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, but I won't lie. I won't lie and say I like it. I've just got a thing about. I'll show you the jersey anyway. It'll flick up on the screen. I've just got a thing about Mitchell and Ness trying to milk the cow. Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand it's a collab with, is it with Bleacher Report?
Yeah.
But it's like they've brought out blackout jerseys as well, or similar to blackout, like white writing jerseys. Will say they're all black, but the outline and everything's white, and it's like, hell, not again. Like, just let sleeping dogs lie. Just leave it. Like,
but come on, newer.
Yeah,
the newer jerseys.
Yeah, give us something that we want. Don't keep churning out the same old shit with the same players on the back. Is what I'll say. But I didn't like it. I understand, like you said, it probably looked good in a frame. I could see it up on a wall. Obviously, I wouldn't be seeing Rock in it, but yeah, it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me.
But I think it would look cool. Like, in my head, I'm envisioning a black one here, a white one there, framed, and then your signed Iverson or game one Iverson there. Like, in my head, that's what I was seeing. And then obviously you crush them hopes and dreams because you're a fucking boomer. So
yeah. Honest though.
Do you know what I mean? But I get it. Like, but I also know that if they release like a Jordan one, which would probably be about £7,000 because anything with that man's name is ridiculous. I'd be like, oh, but equally, I've got a lovely gap here. It might go there. So I don't know. Like, I get it. It's an art piece more than a wearable piece.
Yeah, definitely.
It would look cool on a shelf folded. It'd make a sick IG photo with a pair of answers next to it. That's about it. And for us in the UK, that's the cost of the jersey plus $50 in shipping. So it's not really all that, to be fair. The other thing I do want to lightly touch on, Scottie Pippen.
Oh, God, he's boring me, him.
Look, he just wants to sell books.
But isn't his book already out?
Yeah, but he's got to talk about what's in his book so people buy his book.
Boring. Bored of him. Absolutely bored to tears of Scottie Pippen now.
It's just an odd bloke. I mean, God bless him, he lost his son. But he's just coming out with some odd shit. He's like the NBA. He's been like the NBA fucking Kanye at the minute.
Yeah, I just think
he's going to change his name to like SP, just to be like vibey.
You just need to leave it alone, don't he? No, I think
it's just a bit odd.
Yeah, it's frustrating me. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I think have we got anything else to talk about today? I don't think we have.
Not really. This has been a fucking chore because I've had to look at you wearing a Sixers jacket and Sixers stuff in the background, knowing that we're going to take an inevitable dub tomorrow.
You're going to take an L. That's what you're going to take.
Because I have got the perfect setup. Although I am a little bit pissed off, hoping the Bulls game runs on time because it needs to be finished for 2:00 because the UFC is on and I need to see that. So
And Gaethje and Chandler's opening the card, like the main card, which is crazy to me because that.
I was buzzing for it, and then I realised that we're probably still going to be a little bit deep into an NBA game. So I was like, ah.
And Canelo's fighting as well tomorrow. Caleb Plant.
Yeah, so, Combat fans, what a night.
Yeah, great night for I'm going. Shout out to Max, who manages a rapper called Lord Apex. If anybody's heard of Lord Apex. He's... Max is from France, but he manages Lord Apex, who's from London. And he just hit me up yesterday on the Throwback store and said, I'm in Manchester with Lord Apex tomorrow. Do you want to come through? I was like, yeah, I'll come through. I was going on a date anyway. So I just messaged the girl and was like, this date, we're going to go and watch Lord Apex now. And she was like, that sounds really cool. So I hit him up and he said, yeah, I've put you 2 tickets on the guest list. So there you go. Done and dusted.
I mean, it was nice to be asked. I'm not working this weekend.
I was on a date anyway. It was good that she actually said, I'll come to watch Lord Apex.
But what the viewers want to know, Mark, is if she said no, would you cancel the date?
Yeah. 1,000,000%. It would be over. Yeah.
Oh,
and I had a bit of a crazy weekend, actually. I'm going watching Black Pumas tonight in Liverpool. And then Lord Apex tomorrow in Manchester. And then I'll get back probably on the last train, straight home, settled, and then get onto the UFC. So tomorrow night I'm hype. So yeah. Anyway,
players wearing 45. Simple. We'll just go Jordan.
Yeah.
And Donovan Mitchell, to be nice.
I like Donovan Mitchell, to be fair. But
and fuck Denzel Valentine, because he's a little bitch and now he plays for the Cavaliers.
And Denzel Washington.
No, not fuck Denzel Washington. We like Denzel Washington.
Oh, yeah. The Washington Wizards.
Yeah, fuck them.
But the Washington Wizards.
Kyle Kuzma. Blah.
Do you like
this has been the Throwback Store podcast. This has been episode 45. I'm going to say adios, amigos, because I think Mark still might be a bit hungover. Anybody that follows him will know he loves a bit of the old Vino. Yeah. So at the minute in time, he's just waffling a load of shit. Boo's going to get the dub. I've been G-Shaq. He's been Throwback Store. Look out for episode 46. Wiki wiki wow.
Peace.